Good morning, traders, and God bless. I'm Ricky Gaspard, and welcome to this morning's pre-market session. We'll be watching these columns right here for volume spikes. Any movement of these numbers, we will be checking it out to see if the stock is moving in our favor. Once we see one moving, we will come to the current bar volume right here and make sure that there's enough volume to get in and get out safely. Once we confirm that, if the price is rising, you will see me mark a resistance level when it quits rising. Once it pulls back, I will be marking a support level. This is where you want to plan your entry, providing we have green bars down here in Dominator Master, and that this indicator is pointing in this direction, slightly upwards. And you want to plan your entry down here on support. We'll be doing this hopefully a couple of times this morning. It's not looking so good. Haven't seen very much moving, so make sure you pay close attention, because when we get one or two, you may have to take advantage of it. Never trade off my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. Also, I am not a professional financial advisor. I build indicators and teach how to use them, so make sure that you reach out to a professional financial advisor to steer you in the right direction. Don't let my words influence your trading or anything that I say for that matter. And we'll see how this morning goes. It's looking a little bit slow. We still have about 3 minutes to go. And I haven't seen anything really moving that would make me want to pull the trigger. We are in the 4th of July week. We will be here tomorrow morning, but the market will be closed on Thursday and reopen on Friday. And I don't expect much to happen on Friday. It's usually the slowest day of the trading season, the Friday after the 4th. At least for this year, anyway. Make sure you get your chart on TIFEXT so you don't miss any trades. And enjoy your coffee as we wait these last couple of minutes. Right about a minute to go. If it's your first time here, we are using the Master Scalper indicator. These candles are color coded to these indicators. So you may see some green candles going down, you may see some red candles going up, but that's for a reason. This indicator keeps you in the trade longer and keeps you from freaking out when you see a little red candle. It works very well and can put some money in your pocket if we can just find a mover. So every day is not a trading day. Keep that in mind. We're going to have these holidays, bumps and bruises along the way. But we do a good job at keeping things going, and let's see what happens this morning. I'm watching for any movement in these numbers. I'm also watching the stock on the chart. OPTT moving up a penny stock, down around 30 cents. We don't just jump in unless you are a professional green candle chaser. These things can burn you really quick. This is pre-market, and a sudden movement doesn't necessarily mean everybody's going to come in and buy it. These penny stocks may give you a penny or two, so you have to buy a ton of shares. Pushing on up to 33. Watching for something better up here. Looks like it's calming down already, just about a minute after. VS moving up, $1.88, $1.90, $1.91. This is where you have to be careful if you're chasing green candles. This thing can all of a sudden turn around and drop. So unless you are a professional at it, I don't suggest you do it. Wait on the pullback. Let me get rid of these lines. Once this price stops rising, I will mark a resistance level. It should pull back from profit takers. Once it pulls back, it more than likely going to run up a little bit more. Or it may just keep going. It all depends on the buyers. I don't think this stock got very much traction this morning, but if it's the only thing movers, the buyers may come in and drive it up just to make a few dollars to get the morning started. Make sure you watch time and sales on these stocks. You see a big burst of red go through, you best cover your position. Pulling back. More buyers coming in. I'm watching these bars down here. These are buyers. This green bar is buyers. This red is sellers. The bottom half of this green is buyers. So you can see the sellers outnumbered the buyers here. Then the buyers came back in and pushed it up a little more. Continuing the push. It's up about 6 or 7 cents if you could have caught it earlier. Now about 10 cents. Doesn't have enough buyers to keep the price up. So it's a risky play. Pushing a little more. Up to that $2 now, 208. Slow start for this one. Always remember, take profits on these spikes upwards. Seems to be a lot of people don't trust this one, and when it spikes up, they immediately sell out. Guess they're looking for nickels and pennies this morning. You can see the sellers on that last candle. Very little volume now. The height of these bars means the volume's increasing. The shorter they are, the less volume we have. Buyers coming in to push it up a little higher. Sellers taking profit. The wicks on the top of these candles are the sellers driving it back down. The wick on the bottom are the buyers pushing it back up. So when you see wicks on the top, that's not a good sign. We never did get a pullback on it where I could mark support and resistance. The buyers keep coming in and driving it up for 2 or 3 more pennies. Nice job, YouTube. Nice job, Terry. Still trying to push higher. Quick $110 right there, just on that one candle. Good job, Terry. Still pushing higher, looking really good here. Must be the only stock in play. Everybody's starting to find it. Wish they all did this when the market opened. Might make life a little easier. Sellers coming in. Always keep an eye on these dominator bars. They tell the story of what's going on in this stock. My blessing indicator now pointing south a little. There is sellers on board. Don't know how high they will push it. Hopefully this will go to $4. And yes, that's wishful thinking. Looks like we may push up a little more. Looks like we're flattening out now. Probably going to pull back a little. I'll go ahead and mark that resistance line I talk about. Let's see if we can get it to pull back some and stop. Watch for a long wick on the bottom of this candle right here for the buyers to buy up what they're selling and drive the price higher. Looks like they all may bail on it. They've got what they wanted. Hopefully you got yours as well. As soon as this candle stops moving, I will mark a support level. This is where you would want to plan your entry down here, providing we get green bars over here. That candle did close. Let's see if the buyers come back in and drive the price right back up. If it continues to pull down, it's probably going to start fading away. I'm watching for a tall dominator bar to come in here. Looks like the buyers are giving up. It should have happened pretty much immediately. You are welcome, Gibbo. Nice job, Happy. Kind of looking like the run is over, except for those who find it later. Like they're wondering how they missed this already this morning. If you're new here and you've never participated in these YouTube live streams, I do this 5 days a week for 1 hour for free on YouTube. It starts at 5:55 a.m. to 6:55 a.m. And if you like what you see, hit the like button for me. It makes YouTube buy my coffee in the morning. And it keeps us ratings up on YouTube, so any help you can give will definitely be very welcome and thankful. Watching these numbers for any movement. I'm not seeing anything currently. I'm watching this stock to see if the buyers come in. I'm watching the green dominator bar come in. It did eventually work its way back up to the 220 area, but not like I like to see them. Usually these candles will pull down and it will shoot back up, sometimes twice this length. But that did not happen this morning. We don't have enough buyers to do that because of the holiday week, as I'm going to guess. Looks like it's going into some consolidation or a squeeze, whatever you want to call it. Nothing currently moving. Nice job, M. 10 cents a share. 20 cents a share is not bad at all. Just think if you had a large lot size with that amount of money. 1,000 shares would have netted you 270. Trying to push above 220. Will other buyers finally find this stock and drive it up higher? That's the question. I'm not seeing it being reflected in the volume spike. We have 0 there. We need a rush of volume for these numbers to change. We're not having it. I'm watching IFBD. I don't see any reason to click on it yet. Looking a little bit choppy. I want another runner just like this one, but I want it to run 10 bucks. And if you don't think that happens, just hang around. Each time we do this, I've seen them go from $3.75 to $60. I've seen them go from $3 to $14. It does happen. And when that day comes, you will all be cheering, I'm sure. Either that or you will be frozen and don't know what to do. You won't know if you should still get in. Is it going to stop? That's usually what happens. You say, well, it was only $3, now it's 30. Is it too late to get in? And the next thing you know, it's 40, then 50. It does happen. Watching these numbers for movement. I'm actually watching those numbers on 7 different scans. So if I go silent, I'm concentrating. Tall green dominator bar. They may push it up here. The My Blessing indicator now pointing north again. Will they drive it up another 20, 30, 40 cents? Who knows? It's looking good. 2 tall green dominator bars now. Be very careful here. This is not the run we previously had. These may be people that say, I missed it. I think it's going up again. And then it doesn't. Looks like they're going to push it a little higher. Let's see if they can bring it up. 230. 232. We're only getting pennies now. I suspect they're going to get tired of waiting for it to take off and they will bail on this stock. Tall wick on the top. Red dominator bar. Starting to sell. I don't think it's going much further than this. Nice job, Rain. If you are new here, be advised, sometimes I make this look easier than it really is. You must watch every morning to learn what we do here. If you've never traded before, I suggest you trade on paper, not with real money. Once you're profitable with paper, then move to a small share size, very small share size. If you become profitable there, then start gradually upping your share size. And be very cautious if you're just starting out. These arrows you see coming in, they are actually pullback arrows. So we had a pullback here. A couple of buyers came in. The indicator picked up on it, said they may buy more shares. And they did slightly. Then it pulled back. And the indicator says it may go up again. And it's going up slightly. So these are pullback arrows. We want to see a run up, a pullback, and another run up. And these indicators help you determine where your entry could be. IFBD kind of moving. I'm going to go ahead and put a resistance level there. It's going to have to break through that 360, then come back down, break through, then come back down and retest it before the next run up. That's the only way I would get in this stock, is if it broke through, came down and retested, and buyers came back in. I don't get in just because you see a green candle. Everything has to be set up perfectly. You are welcome. The buyers did come in. Surprise, surprise. I did not take a chance on it this time. So each time these arrows are correct, it said they're coming back, and they did. Pushing up higher to 390. Now almost close to $4. I think that was 397. Nice tall dominator bars. Price still pushing up slightly. Still going up to 402 now. Pulling back slightly. Watch for wicks on the top. That will be people bailing out on this stock. Watch for red dominator bar down below. Red dominator bar coming in. They are selling. I'm going to go ahead and mark resistance at that level. When this candle finishes dropping, if it gives me the opportunity, I will set a support level. The buyers may come in and buy it up. That's what this wick is on the bottom. If they come in and buy it up, they may push it even higher. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Let's see if they can push it higher than 396. Not without the sellers coming in. Looks like profit takers were waiting on that one last push. If you're watching time and sales, you just saw that burst of red go through there. Now the buyers are trying to buy it back up. That's what the wick on the bottom is. But we still have a red dominator bar coming in. Not going to mark a support level here. I don't think it's far enough down for a support level. Nice job, Terry. Nice job, Rain. So whoever posted IFBD, thank you very much for that heads up. You'll notice some of the investors, the traders, will post stocks as well. That's the traders that have been here for a while. They know what to look for. And since we have a 5-minute delay in scan refreshes in ThinkorSwim, that helps eliminate that delay, because your computer may refresh before mine or mine before yours. And the other traders are helping relieve that pressure there from that delay. Just like this IFBD stock, it was moving on someone's computer when it wasn't moving on mine, and then it got on mine as well. So teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody's looking for stocks with the same type of indicators, looking for movement with the volume spike. Nice try, YouTube. Watching these numbers for anything that's moving. Not seeing anything at the moment. Looks like it might be a end of the road for IFBD. Now, I suppose everybody else is waiting on another stock to start moving. They will find it. Come over there and join us. Thank you, Curtis, for that update. I'm seeing SYTA, slight movement in the indicators. Just needs volume, needs buyers to find it. Drive it up. Under very low volume, be very cautious. This is only 3,000 shares being traded, now 4. You have to have high volume flow to get in and get out safely. If we don't have that volume flow, you could get stuck holding some shares until somebody sells or buys what you're selling. Red dominator bar. Hopefully they'll find it, push it up. We are going to hang around for a couple of minutes to see if that happens. Green dominator bar coming in. Not looking too promising at the moment. Nice tall green dominator bar. Do we get the push? Yes, we're running up at 95 cents now. That's only a couple pennies. But let's see if the rest of the buyers keep pushing it up. That's what we want. Going up to 98 now. We found it a little bit early, I believe. Not a whole lot of buyers yet. The volume has now jumped up to 51,000, 52. It was 3,000 when I first found it. Or I'm not going to say I found it. The indicator found it. Red dominator bar didn't move fast enough. People are probably selling out, getting out of their position. Pushing up a little more. More buyers have not given up yet. I'm watching time and sales. We have a flow of green going. Now some red. Too sluggish for me. I'm going to stay clear of it. Going to keep an eye on VS here. It's holding its price range. That's always a good sign. It's a good one to put on your personal watch list so you can keep an eye on it. It may move more than one time during the day. SYTA making a little move. 145,000 on the volume, but it's not moving steady. It's pausing. But that is good volume numbers. Someone selling 18,000 shares at 98 cents. It's going to pull it down some. My blessing indicator pointing south. Overall, the trend is up slightly. Nvidia moving down this morning. RDZN now moving down. So is the SPY. If you haven't looked, I'm on a SPY 15-minute chart. It is headed south. SYTA still going down. Watching VS again, it does have volume. It does have interested buyers and sellers. Keeping it up there between 220 and 232. SPY still headed southwards. VS broke through 232. Let's see if we get the buyers to push it up another level. Watching the dominator bars down here. A tall green one would be nice. This indicator is now pointing back north. Pushing it up a little more. Nice big tall dominator bar right here. Is it enough to push it? That's the question. It's definitely holding the price at this level, pushing up a little more, 242, 244. Will we make 250? Come on, green dominator bars. We need you at this time. Holding this 240 level. May come down and retest 230. Watching the dominator bar. If it's going to come down and retest 230, it will turn red. I'm not seeing that happen. Not yet, anyway. There's a red dominator bar. Nice job, Rain and Booho. Fumagoo, wouldn't that be nice? Still holding the 240 range. AJ, I think they're number 4 and 40, something like that. They're actually called pre-market risers and pre-market risers custom. You should be able to find them in TOS scans. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'm thinking 4 and 40 or 44, something like that. I remember the numbers haven't being the same. I just don't know which ones they were. We'll go ahead and set a resistance level up here at 245. Sometimes I do have miracles, AJ. Me remembering something is a miracle. And that's what I meant by that statement. A lot of things my mind just does not absorb. If it's not important to me, my mind does not retain it. It just like blows right through. Doesn't stick. Thank you, Rain. And yes, we are continuing to watch the SPY drop. I always monitor the SPY on a 15-minute chart. So if you hear me say it's dropping and you pull up a 1-minute chart and it's not, it's because I'm on 15 minutes. I'm not seeing Zap in any of my list. We played it before, though. I remember saying don't get zapped. Looks like it's feeding off the bottom. I'll stick it over on my other chart on one of the other monitors and keep an eye on it. VS continues to hold its price level. SYTA does not have any spikes happening. I'm just going to sit and let it stay. If it starts moving, I will notice it. All right, YouTubers, my time is up on the live stream. I hope you enjoyed this morning's session. Continue to watch VS. You may get some more money out of it eventually. I appreciate you joining me this morning. I hope the Lord blesses you in your trading. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 5:55 Central Time. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you later.